Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the jWAG Jeweler Website Review. My name is Matthew Perosi. I am the founder and the CEO of jWAG, and I will be guiding us through this review this week. To start off, I'm using the Chrome web browser in Incognito Mode. To enter Incognito Mode, you would click on your menu and select New Incognito Window, which I've already done, and you can see in the top corner we have our cloaked man. Using the Chrome browser in Incognito Mode means that I will be able to do Google searches without my personalization getting in the way or affecting my results. For this week's review, I'm going to be searching for a jeweler in Manchester, Vermont, which I'm going to type into the address bar and then press enter, and we'll see what the results turn out to be. First in the list we have Nina Jewelry, we have McWayne Jewelers, and then, so those are our organic lists up here. We have our map on the side, and then we have our Google local listings, and they show Nina Jewelry, Northeastern Fine Jewelers, Silverado, McWayne. Since we have Nina as the first organic and Nina as the first Google local listing, I'm going to choose Nina as our recipient. So I'm actually going to open this up in a new tab. Let's go to that. Okay, this is our home page, and the address is www.ninajewelry.com. I'm going to go through the review as I find things. So here on the home page, which is my landing page, I see a photo of the storefront. I see their address. This blue box calls my attention. Shop and compare highest prices paid. Nina Jewelry. Okay, now I know from working in the industry that this is referring to gold buying, but it doesn't actually say that in this ad. Your gold and platinum and silver have never been worth more. Don't give your money away. This is probably a reprint, by the look of it, from a newspaper listing or some other direct mail piece, but it doesn't actually say here, Nina Jewelry buys gold. This is a little deceiving. And something as simple as this tells me right away that they don't take time to fully check their advertisements. Okay, let's continue. Since I actually scrolled down to see more of this blue box in view, I see these photographs down here. These look like they're links into the product catalog. Actually, I'm trying to click them, and they don't click anywhere. So there's no sense in having attractive jewelry photos anywhere on your website unless you link them to the product detail page, because jewelry customers primarily navigate visually through jewelry websites, and they're going to want to click on these images. So this is a flash. Yep, this is a flash image down here, which is, or flash video, which is scrolling, and it has no usefulness on the home page. As I look at the home page here, I see one of my pet peeves right here. Welcome to our brand new website, and check back often because we're adding to it every day. So in general, I hate it when anyone says welcome to our brand new website, and I hate it when people say to check back every day because we're changing things. Invariably, even though it is the best of intentions to put a notice like this up, everyone always runs out of time. They don't know how long it will take to update and maintain a website, and before you know it, the website owner has completely forgotten that they have put this message here, and years go by and things haven't been changed. So let's find out how old this website is. Now I'm going to switch over to, and I did my search in the Incognito Mode in Chrome so I could get an unadulterated version of my search results, but I'm going to switch over to Firefox because I have a few more tools in here, and I've already loaded up the ninajewelry.com website. So what I'm going to actually do is let's test out a few things here. The best way that I can check for actual dates of a website is not necessarily to check the age of the page that I'm on. Like right now I'm on the home page, but I like to inspect the images. So we have on this page right now, these are our images. I did a Control A on my keyboard to highlight all of these. So the photo of the store, the photo, this actually is an image instead of these words being written out, and this newspaper ad is an image. So let's check the information on these images. So I'm going to view this image and then say view page info, and it's bringing me up in another window here. Drag on here. Alright, this shows that it was updated from November 14th, 2008. Alright, let's check the home page. View image, view page info. This also says November 14, 2008, which, interestingly enough, that's my nephew's birthday. And view image, and this one is from 2009. I'm going to dig a little deeper here, because it looks like these have at least been updated. I'm not sure when that was last updated. Let's look at the logo. View image. View page info. Logos from 2008. Okay. So it looks like the website is from 2008. So that means 2008, 2009. It is October 2013, and this website hasn't been updated. Meanwhile, it says welcome and check back often. So switching back over to Chrome, this really is no good way to illustrate that you care about your website. If somebody checks out the site and sees that it's not updated often, this works against you, not for you. One of the things I noticed right away when landing on this page a moment ago was the store hours, the directions, and the contact all in the top corner of the website. This top corner is one of the places people immediately look when landing on a site, which makes it prime real estate. For local businesses that want to attract people to the store, this top right corner is the perfect place for links like the store hours, the directions, and the contact. So let me click on the store hours and see what happens. We get a pop-up that shows our store hours. That's great. And the directions, we get a pop-up that goes to Yahoo Maps. So this is pretty old. Okay. This probably should have been Google Maps. Not sure why it is still going to Yahoo Maps. Now, for businesses that offer online selling, this top right corner of the home page might have a better use as a good location for their latest promotions or most important announcements rather than store hours and directions. But for local businesses, I like to see the store hours and directions up here. Let's click around the site and see what we have. Diamonds. This looks like an iframe that's going to call on a diamond inventory. It certainly is. This is a very popular diamond inventory. I've seen this on a lot of jewelers' websites. Let's go to online store. Okay, that looks a little clunky. I'll come back to that. Basic about us information and contact. Okay, there's a couple of things in this website that are really starting to make it look like it's been around a long time. On the Contact Us page, this photo here of this phone is looking dated. I can't tell if that is a wireless phone from the house or if that was an older cell phone from the early 2000s. Let's continue now back to the online store. Okay, I'm not too happy with how this is laying out here. This bluish purple background shows that the product catalog is not as wide as it could be, so there's a lot of extra of this real estate that could be used up. The layout here is pretty clumsy. Okay, so we have the product items that are side by side, but if she was using this extra area on the side, then there would be more room for this description rather than it being so thin. Let me click around a little bit. What happens when we Click over image to enlarge. Image is a little larger, but there's really not much detail that is visible here. Alright, so the product catalog has the titles and it has some descriptions down here. There's a printable version which shows... Alright, so I recognize this as, recognize it right away once this pop-up came up. This is, as it says down here, it's powered by Polygon. So that's polygon.net. And this logo up here should have been customized to be her logo. This is a default template, and over here especially it says place your custom text here. So whoever set this up did not follow through and actually add the logos where needed and where they should have been. Alright, let me close this. Click around a little more. If we were using the extra margin on the left side, then this layout could have been a little better. Perhaps the description could have been up here. Whoa. Alright, so this is a larger image to conceivably show more detail. Okay, there's something here that I'm noticing that I didn't quite observe in the last image. Notice how there's these black pixels around the image. Okay, and it looks like there's a circle here and a circle here, and if you look on top over here, the way this brooch is designed on each side, it looks like when they photoshopped this out, they accidentally erased part of the jewel ring. Alright, so what happened here was the photograph that they took looks like it was on a black background, and somebody came in and tried to remove all the black background and then put in this gradient background from the white to the gray so that they could standardize all of the products. Now that I see that, I realize that all the products have been standardized on this background. Certainly all the products have had their backgrounds removed, whatever color they were. So if we click on any one of these and if we get a closer in image, not as easy to see here, but you can see that there is some kind of pixels around the side. By the look of the top one here, this looks like it was white. It looks like it was white there, so this probably, well, this is a Gabriel & Company, so this is probably stock image, and I know that those come with white background, so they probably tried to drop it out using Photoshop and then put in this gradient to make it all look uniform. It's a bad approach to handling photography for your product catalog. It does make it look uniform, but ultimately this is a bad approach. If the photography had been done correctly to begin with, you wouldn't have needed to go through this extra step. Let's move on to some SEO investigation. The first thing I want to do is take a look at how Google is indexing the website. So I'm going to open up a fresh tab here, and I'm going to type site in AninaJewelry.com and see how many pages are indexed. Alright, so we have 1,580 pages that are indexed. Looks like all the basic pages. Okay, these are the meta descriptions. I definitely am not liking the way these look. These tell me that no one has been paying attention to the meta descriptions and writing meta descriptions. They essentially all have the address and not much other information. It's repetitive. Really, these should be used for some kind of a sales pitch to draw people in to click. Well, it does certainly look like Google is indexing this website well, because this shows men's gifts under 200, and here it shows 10 plus items, and then gives some examples of the items here. So I have to say that the Polygon e-catalog software is allowing Google to fully spider and index their product catalog. This is not something I see very often from jewelry industry website providers. Usually the items and the titles and the descriptions are invisible to Google. But in this case, the e-catalog from Polygon is actually being seen by Google, and they probably could do a lot better, though, if they paid more attention, or if they paid any attention to the meta descriptions. So I suppose in a nutshell, if Nina were to reorganize the product catalog add better product meta descriptions, update some of the content on their website. It might be all that Nina needs to do to really make a difference, to improve their ranking, maybe for a few other search terms. Also on the home page, since this was an image here, this should be removed and replaced with actual text, and certainly this description, welcome to our brand new website. Okay, that does it for this week's Jeweler website review. This is Matthew Perosi, CEO and founder of the Jeweler Website Advisory Group, otherwise known as jWAG. Find more reviews at www.jwag.biz. See you next time.